Well, I think today I'm going to take a little bit of a break from my other projects and do something just for the heck of it. Got this old Homelite chainsaw, and I want to see if I can get it running. It's completely pointless. I have no need for it, but I'm just curious to see if I can do it. It's been sitting out in my scrap pile for over a year, sitting outside, and before that it was in somebody else's scrap pile for who knows how long. So I'm curious to see if I can get it going. I suppose the first thing I should do is get this chain unstuck here because it's pretty much rusted to the bar. So I think I'll try to lube that and break it free. And then I have to find a spark plug because it does not have one at the moment. So I'll do that, and then we'll come back and go from there, I guess. Well, I've managed to free up the chain here, and I actually tightened it back down, but it's loose on the bar. And I did find a spark plug. I have no idea if it's the right one, but it's screwed in and it doesn't hit the piston, so I'm happy with it. And I looked in the gas tank, and it looked like there was a little bit of water inside there. At least I'm thinking it was water, because I can't imagine gas would last that long. So I'm not going to put any gas in it just yet. But what I will do is go ahead and take the air cleaner off here and spray a little carb cleaner in there. I got a couple of squirts of that left, so I'll spray some in here, and we'll see if this thing will actually pop off. I don't know if it will. If it does, I suppose we'll go from there, but spray a little bit in there and see what happens. Well, this thing doesn't have a whole lot of compression, but we'll spray a bit in there and we'll see what it does. I have no idea if it's going to work, or if I even have any carb spray left. Come on. I just need a little bit more. Just enough to get it to pop. That may be the only chance I get, so hopefully it does something. Well, I heard it pop a little bit, I think. There we go, we got a little bit in there now. Recoil's a bit sticky. Oh, there we go. Well, I don't think she's going to run off carb spray. Well, I don't have any more carb spray, so I went ahead and tested the spark. Amazingly, I have spark, so I said, what the heck, I'll throw some gas in it, and we'll see what happens. It'll probably take a while to pump it up here to the carburetor, but I got nothing to lose, I suppose. Ooh, it popped, that's for sure. Recoil is going to be the death of me. Maybe I'll try a half choke. Why not? Well, it popped off a little bit. We got something. Well, I've actually made some headway on this thing. After it didn't start, I went ahead and started looking at it a little bit. And I noticed that the fuel line was completely rotted out and cracked and got a big hole in it. So that explains why it wasn't getting gas. So I went ahead and I threw that another line on there and pulled the cord, and it actually started and ran. But I found some other issues. One, of course, this recoil didn't recoil. Just kind of hanging out there, so I'll have to pull that open and check that out. Another thing is, even though this chain is loose, it's frozen, and it'll turn a ways, and then when it gets to a certain point where two of these links are kind of rusted together, then it'll stop, so I'll have to break that free. And my switch doesn't turn it off. That was interesting. I went to go shut it off and it kept going until I finally choked it out. But it will run, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off, fix that, deal with the chain, maybe look at the switch, and I bet we can get this sucker running. Alright, I've gone ahead and I've loosened up the bar, or the chain I should say, a little bit, but it still finds a spot to bind. Hopefully that'll work out. Gone ahead, I put a little oil in there. I don't know if the oiler works. We'll see. The switch is attached to nothing, which is why it doesn't work, but I think we'll figure out a way to shut it down. And I put the recoil back on, so let's see if we can get it started again. Well, it ran, but that bar just it just locks right up. I think if I can break that chain free, it'll actually spin. But hey, it runs. Now I just got to get it to turn off and get the chain to spin. All right, I got the chain freed up a little bit, and the oiler now works, which is awesome. One problem I do have though is my recoil came out again, which isn't too big of a deal because what I want to do is take this cover off and wire that switch back in there so I can actually turn the thing off. Pretty soon we'll have a working chainsaw here. Alright, I got the cover off and you can kind of see what's going on here. There used to be a wire from the coil here up to this switch, but looks like that was missing. So I made a new wire and I'll plug that in, and you can kind of see what's happening with this recoil. When this thing spins around and gets to the end of its rope, this little knot will just kind of pop out of here and slide all the way out. So I probably don't have enough rope on it, but whatever, it'll work. I just got to remember not to pull it all the way out. So let's get this thing wired up and see if we can make it work again. Alright, I hope I've got everything situated, so let's give it a try, see what happens. Give it a little choke there. Yeah, it sort of works. I'd say that's not too bad for something that's been sitting outside for God knows how many years. Kind of a pointless project, but it was fun to fire it up.